All right, I think we're live. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another market update. All right, we are doing this one live today because your boy is, your boy enjoyed not having to edit yesterday or just to wait. All right, and you know what? It's like price is at such a prime spot right now that I figured why not, like get this out to people at like maybe like likely the perfect spot, but like at the same time, I'm also gonna show you if you lose this, there's one other spot I'm looking for here on QQ, and there's one other spot I'm watching on SPY. And I do think these are going to be your reaction spots. We just hit one of them. I just pulled my triggers, and hey, hey, yo, welcome, welcome to the stream. I don't know why I did that. I gotta get a different button, guys. There was like that dog. I saw a video of a dog and like 80 buttons. I gotta get like 10 different buttons here on my desk over here to the left. But yeah, guys, price is right on it's right on support here, and I want to point out here that on the hourly time frame, you do have this bullish divergence occurring on the RSI and the CCI, and then you also have one on the 15-minute time frame over here on the RSI as well, going from here to here. All right, and then yeah, you're just oversold over there. Stochastic is oversold. All right, you come over the 4-hour time frame, and like, hey guys, if you're not going to bounce here, it likely is still going to be soon. All right, you can literally look at all of these, all right, going all the way back here. So even when you're in like one of these terrible states in the market, okay, well, I mean, you know what, I don't think we're in this right here. I think this is what is coming up. I don't think we're gonna have it right now as everyone piles in short. I just don't think that's the case. We can actually pull up Webull real quick before we go any further, and I'll just show you guys the buy option chain real quick. Let me over here. Come on, buddy. There you go, buddy. All right. And we're just gonna literally come over here to the monthly OPEX, all right? And you got this bad boy. And yeah, just guys, let's just put the open interest right here. All right, open interest. Do you see this? This is at the 400 strike still. All right, I'm just saying you don't have any of these call strikes that have 100-something thousand in open interest. So, and look at this, 390. They have another 130,000 of open interest. Like I'm just saying, guys. All right. I don't think they're going to pay these things out. I just don't think they're going to do it. I've been in the situation where like, okay, the February monthly OPEX was coming up and it was the beginning of February. I was like, okay, yeah, you got 2 weeks left. But then I eventually had to pull my trigger on getting the frack out that I oversized up in a position there. If you guys aren't new to the channel, you guys know about it. There was a time when I was just publicly sharing it, positions. Now you can, if you want to go over the Discord, you could just see exactly what I'm doing on a daily basis. You could see what we just did. All right. Which I don't know if hey, when you're pulling your triggers, you just do them. And when you have probabilities on your side, that is when you do them. Okay. When your edge is not there, it's not the best spot to do it. All right. I pulled it early up here. I told the people, all right, good morning, sunshine. All right. So I told the Discord that, I was entering the May 12 322.5 calls. I got 2 of them, and I'm keeping it light because I knew my edge wasn't there, right? But then we came down here. Okay, so now I got to get 3 I got 3 May 5th 318. So guys, when the edge is there, that's when, like, at least for me up right now on my shorts, hey, nice. I'm just gonna warn you, hey, all right, things are definitely getting down there. You got SPX, you got ES, you got SPY over here. You see the CCI getting all the way down there. All right, let's just put up a line here, and I'm just gonna show you that, hey, you just caught most of the move. Do you really want to push it? All right, and this is all up to you, but just look at this. I'm just gonna go back and show you. All right, so last time you hit it on the CCI, you had one more day of red. All right, you went down another $4 and then you were out of there. Right over here, you started getting your bounce. This is like when when your CCI got here, this is where you started getting your bounce. So there's that. Nice. SQQQ, I'm gonna be honest, dude. All right, so like I'm helping my ma out with her account, and we're gonna literally just trade SQQ and TQQ in it. All right, and then I'm gonna start trading SQQ and TQQ. All right, so when I see the time right, I'm gonna load up an SQQ because I've had my Mara account. And I thought, guys, we could come over tomorrow, guys. I remember back here, I really thought Mara was going to break this, and then we were going to start tanking. And I thought I was going to get to load the boat. I really thought I had it all figured out on this whole Bitcoin thing, right? I didn't, all right? Bitcoin threw me for a ride. It threw us all for... Maybe you guys got in it. I didn't get on any of this, all right? And then you got Riot, all right? I actually got caught short in Riot through this freaking mess right here, all right? It was coming right up into resistance, and I was like, yep, this is the time. This is the time. There we go. And that's why, like, guys, I just don't even want to swing right now. I want to swing, right? I think I'm going to get to take a big short swing position, but it ain't now. I could tell you that right now. It ain't now. I do think you're probably going to see a short squeeze come out of where you are right now. All right. I'm not saying it happens right here, but you do have the gap fill over at 314.94. All right, so that's a thing. And then, hey, if you really want to get down here to really cause structural damage to this chart, you got to come down and break this low. So, like, until, like, because look at this, guys. You broke down from your range, right? But then you broke up from your range. You broke down from the range, trap, all right? They broke up from the range, trap. And this is what, guys, this is what I try and just, I do my best to let the people know, all right? I do my damn best to let the people know about the dealer's tricks, because you guys see clear as day, guys. We've had one bull trap, one bear trap, one bull trap. So this is two bear trap, three freaking, well, technically you had a bear trap here. They shot you back up. They opened you up here. I'm sure a lot of people panicked. So then they brought you back down to intraday, it looks like. All right. So like you kind of have two bear traps. This whole topping process is one giant freaking trap. All right. So they're doing everything they can to really throw everybody off guard. All right. And like technicals are one thing, but when you're thinking like the dealers, I'm just saying it kind of adds just another level of confluence to everything you're doing. And like, hey, when things aren't adding up, yeah, maybe technicals are saying something. When things are not adding up, you know what? You got to take less risk. That's at least how I have been maneuvering this market. And you know what? So far, so not so bad. I'd wait to go short depending what happens with it. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Over here, you come over to Apple, and Apple's like literally all the way down here. All right, so like it's the same thing I was just showing you over here on QQ, on ES. Like all of these have their RSIs down here, and let's just do my little circle thing right here. All right, all right, you know what, we're going like this. We're taking off the arrow. How do we take off the arrow? I need you off. I'm sorry, buddy. There you go, buddy. I know I betrayed you. Oh, don't do it. All right, there we go. We're gonna delete you. All right. You got that going on right here. You have that going on right there. You have that going on right there. I'm going to call this. I know that was a bullish divergence in there. All right. So like what I told the people in the morning briefing this morning, all right, my community. Well, you guys are all actually my community. That's why I'm doing these lives, guys. Like straight up. All right. I'm just letting you guys know. My channel does not grow. If anything, it loses people during these lives. I promise that is the case. The only reason my channel grew yesterday was because Webull pumped it. All right. Well, I pumped it with Webull. All right. And shout out to the Webull gang. Guys, please leave a like, because maybe we can push out the live stream to people. I don't know. But I don't know how to put tags on it. So I don't think I'm going to come up. It's not like I'm going to come up in search or anything like that. So it's fine. All right. But yeah, down here, what I was just pointing out, what was it drawing that on? Was that ES? Yeah. So that was over here on ES, the 4-hour chart. All right. And you could just like keep going back, and it's just this way. All right. You can look at this stuff, but like in reality, we're not going through that stage, right? I think we're going to be entering that stage where we have these impulsive moves in one direction or the other. I think the next one is going to be down. All right. But as of right now, we're doing exactly what we did at the December top, which is, well, that's Feb top. So pretty much actually exactly what we're doing up there, just in a, you know, more drawn out manner over here. All right. Yeah. All right. Let me actually pull that up. Let me go share the link inside the Discord. I just realized it did not do that. So if they're in there, you know, we could do that. 11 people in here. What's up, guys? What is up? All right, let me hit share. Oh, thank you guys. Holy crap. 2 likes right when I said hit the like button. Nice, dude. That is sexy. All right, let me just, oh crap, it just messed it up. Hang on. Bear with me, guys. I'm definitely new to this live streaming thing, all right? I'm not used to it, but I will get used to it for you guys and for myself. All right, there we go. All right, just so like if I'm not updating them in there, at least like, you know, people can come in here and check out things like live with you guys. All right. But what I was pointing out down here on the 4-hour RSI, guys, is, and it's like this on QQ, on ES, on SPY, and NQ. They're all like this, right? So we're just using NQ for this example. All right. There you go. There, and now we could bring back the arrow. All right. Now bring back our arrow. There you go, buddy. All right. There you go. All right. And oh, not over there. All right, so get rid of these arrows. Oh, come on, but now got rid of the arrow. Gosh darn it. Gosh darn it. Your boy isn't as tech savvy as he really thought, all right? You got that guy right there. All right, guess what? The last one was right there. You had, let's just get that up right there. You had one right there. All right, and I'm guessing, yeah, so you had a bullish divergence form right there. All right, so that was a thing. Guess what? All right, this was that, and you formed a bullish divergence. That is what I pointed out right here. So now what I'm looking for is we're either going to start bouncing out of here, coming out of here, which as of right now, we do actually have a bullish divergence on the RSI. If you're looking at that, and you have it on the CCI, this is on ES. So I'm just saying, guys, like it really is, this is the spot for buyers to step up. The same thing I was saying the other day, all right? Someone was saying, oh, you're bragging about calling the bottom. No, I did call the bottom, mister, all right? I didn't brag about calling. I did call it live, except it was on a daily. Or not on a daily, it was on a video, so it wasn't on like a live. Literally swing trade these and intrinsically scalp the at the money options for easy 20%. Dude, like straight up, I've just been waiting on these edges to pop up in this market, and every time I pull, like not every time, all right? Like some of these times, you know, they haven't gone my way. I'm not going to say everything goes my way, all right? There was a week and a half or 2 weeks there where everything was just good. We were like 9 for 9 or something like that. Regardless, dude, like right away, you get like a quick 10 to 20%, depending on what expiration you pick, just if you get to buy on these reaction spots. And that's why I use the reaction spots. You guys, like straight up, if you're not like doing something to put the market in, like, you know, to the probabilities in your favor here in the market, then like I'm straight up, there's no way you can be consistent. It's just not going to be possible. And then, you know, you need your own system and stuff like that. You got to put that together. All right. And, there's that, and that'll just kind of all come along. And I watched a video yesterday, and it was saying how it was like about the 3 bad mindsets in the market, and one of them was like thinking that, hey, because you're smarter than someone else, you're gonna do it quicker than he can. In reality, no, you can't, dude. It's what I've been talking about since I started this channel. Guys, everyone goes through this exact same process in this whole trading journey. Like straight up, everyone's trading journey. Yeah, it's going to be slightly, there's going to be variances, all right? All right, but guess what? All right, in the end, you need to learn the harsh truth, all right? The harsh reality that like, hey, you need to learn what not to do. And until you know that, you're going to keep, so it doesn't matter if someone gives you a plan that works, all right? It doesn't matter if someone gives you the system. Like in my Discord, I give everybody the system. All right, like literally it was right over here, all right? I gave you it today, I gave it yesterday, all right? I give everybody the system. But guess what? At the end of the day, like, no. It's like you're not going to be that consistently profitable trader unless you have gone through, you know, and developed that grit. It's just not going to work. And look at that, guys. Let's see. Are we up right now? Are we up right now? I know one of these entries I took a little early, but there we go. All right, we're getting up there. All right, there you go. So that's where that's like I was saying, like, hey, my edge wasn't popping up here, but you know, you're coming right into right there, and then you can actually come over to NQ. So I'll show you guys this as well. I put this together on the 4-hour chart, I believe. All right, and you had a false, as long as you treat this breakout right here as a false breakout, all right, and then because it got sucked right back in immediately, and then look, you have these other touch points, so you know it's being respected there. We're like right on it, so that's a thing. And then you come over to the daily time thing. Yeah, buddy, we're live, yo. Yeah, Dunzy's dope, all right? Dunzy's dope. Thing I learned was different option strategies for different scenarios. Honestly, I agree with you on that, but I will say for me, I don't know. This is the only thing that I have found to like, hey, it consistently works. It is something that consistently works, consistently can bring in dough. Whereas like, hey, strangles yesterday, that was like, yeah, it shoved a lot of freaking money in my face. All right. There were several times I could have taken like, I could have taken like $300 or $400, but in the end, I ended up freaking up about $110 on the day. And like, there were so many times throughout the FOMC thing where my strangles, one side went berserker and I could have cut, but I was just, it's greed. All right, so like at least for me, I don't know. I don't have some of these strategies down. The simple calls of puts have been at, you know, like when you got to pull the triggers in the right spot. That is what I've found to work for me. But yeah, dude, those straddles, I don't know what option strategies you've been using, but those straddles, like literally on these volatility days, all right, or these volatile days, which might I add, yesterday was not one of those volatile days. Like it was, but it wasn't. All right, that was weak sauce, compared to what I was looking for FOMC. But yeah, going forward, guys, I don't even know if I'm gonna attempt to play that strangle. All right, I don't even. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was so crazy, yo. Like, I don't, like, let's just go back to this. What the heck is this? All right. Like, we had no move that really, you know, like, put you one, like, it was crazy, dude. It was crazy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, all right? This thing was a psychological. If you're trying to trade this, all right, there is so much money to be made if you're just sitting there scalping them. And that's why I'm saying, guys, I'm going to be doing one side. I'm going to just do my trading. Like right here, you literally look at this, guys. You come into reaction spot. All right, my edge popped up, but guess why I didn't see it? Oh, my edge didn't pop up. This is on the fucking 3-minute chart. All right. Actually, let's actually look at this. All right, like this is what I'm saying. Like I did have an opportunity to go short here, and I just didn't. And why didn't I? Because I was in strangles. All right, and I like just thought like, oh, you're gonna make money regardless. All right, so yeah, I can't say my edge popped up or anything like that. All right, you got like, you know, 3 out of 4 factors here, but yeah, regardless, like this is a pretty clear as day short right here, and I just didn't even try and play it. And like even if I didn't want to take like a shot at swinging into this or anything like that, all right, which I think that would be gambling. All right, there's that. If you waited up here and then you took a shot, like maybe, you know, I'd say, you know, odds are a little in your favor, but I still would take the profits quick. But if you're just scalping, like what I saw with these 0 DTs, like screw trying to play both sides. I'm just gonna freaking start. I know these swings are happening. I'm just gonna buy cheap ones when it's down here. I'm gonna ride them up here. I'm gonna, you know, so that's my plan for the next FOMC. I have no desire to go play a strangle again after what happened yesterday. It was just kind of it was so subpar that it was ridiculous. It was just stressful. All right, guys, let's get into the TA. I know I talked a lot, all right, but you know, I hope you know, right off the bat, I hope I made my point of, you know, doing this live so early and right now. I hope I made that pretty clear, guys. We are like at a spot where you've likely, I'm not going to say you likely turn around, all right, but I'm going to say like this is one of those spots where buyers can step up. All right, it's either going to be this spot or you got these two, okay, which is like 313.60ish, and then you got like 315ish, which is 314.94 gap fill, and it's ever so slight. You barely could see it. I didn't see it at first, right? But it's there, I swear. All right, but then you also come over, and I was showing you guys what was going on with not ES and Q. You're coming in line with you're pretty much back testing this bad boy right here, right? You can kind of, you know, if you really want to make it a stretch there you go. Hey, I mean, yeah, you got that wick with not wicks, you got bodies, but you know, like if that's how you want to trade it, that's how you want to trade it. It kind of, actually, let's take this away altogether and because this bottom one was respected, all right? Make you right here. How can we draw this? I guess it would be right here would be the best way to really draw it. Yeah, actually, that is pretty sexy. Okay, let's double that up. What is this? Shift, and we could, nope, not shift. Control, and we could do it. Yeah, control. All right, never mind. I thought I was doing a thing. I was not doing a thing. It was stupid. It was stupid. I take it all back. We're going back. All right, but yeah, on the daily time frame, guys, you do have SPY, SPX, ES. All of their daily CCIs are getting down here into oversold territory, and you do also have the stochastic down there in oversold territory as well. So like, yeah, if they're not going to send this thing down and do something like not even that, like even if they're going to do that, when your CCI start again down here, this is where you started having your bounces. This is where, if you're short from up here, this is by default, this is where you want to start taking your profit, all right? So like if we are entering that zone, then I'm just saying like, hey, it's about to get rocky. All right, oscillators are resetting on the 5-minute. Another leg down will commence. Maybe. We will see about that one. But yeah, next spot on SPY I'm watching is going to be down here on 401.60. This lets you scalp intrinsic value on the 405 quickly while financing it with the shorts, but also hedging the 412 in case it runs. That sounds so complicated. Essentially, this is a debt credit. See, that's what I'm saying. This is just so complicated. Like, holy, like I understand this stuff, but doing these stuff on the spots, like I just, do my stuff on the spot, I just can't even imagine. All right, sharing the same short to help finance the play. Jesus. All right, craziness. All right, so that's going on the daily time frame. We already did have, so SPX had the increasing sell volume yesterday. And guys, this is something like I mention all the time. I mention every single update, almost every single written update. I'd mention this one indicator. All right, and that is volume. I really do think, like, hey, you don't have to want your oscillators. You don't need them. Okay, like, I still say, why are you going to fight blind? But you don't need them. What you really, like, you know what? If you want to be a day trade and you want to just know the general direction, all right, and, like, just know, like, the odds, all right, use volume. All right, volume is so freaking useful. All right, you have increasing buy volume. It suggests buyers are going to be getting their way. And no one told me this. All right, this is something I put together on my own. All right, which is kind of stupid. I guess it's not based off of anything, but I've been using it so long that, like, hey, maybe I did get it somewhere. I don't know. Okay, I've gotten my info from all over the place at this point. It's been like a few years. I've been trying to learn. This is really this bear market. This is where I really, I found out I knew like nothing, and I really had to learn. And there was that. I thought I knew a lot. I did not know anything until this bear market. No. I mean, compared to now, no. But guys, like increasing buy volume, all right? It suggests that buyers are going to get their way. How can buyers get their way? If they're taking a position today, how do they get their way tomorrow? So you either gap up tomorrow, or you bring price above yesterday's high. All right, and that's what happened right here. Well, guess what? We now had that increase in sell volume, so sellers are going to get their way, likely going to get their way. All right, there you go. They brought you underneath the low. All right, now what do you have right here? All right, increased sell volume again. Well, what do you got? All right, sellers get their way from either gapping it down or they take you under the low. Well, guys, you got both. Sellers are getting their way with flying colors right now. All right, so these are just like, these are just things that you can always, like, guys, there's no point in not using them. That's what I'm getting at. I'm just saying. All right. And by the way, guys, now that we're breaking here, next reaction spot is going to be 314.94. That is what I'm going to be watching. All right. And this is what I mentioned yesterday's Webull update. Guys, we could be seeing like another day of red, and it could literally, that could be the bear trap day, just like we had, where was I seeing it? Crap, where was I was seeing something on the chart that looked so familiar. All right, I don't know what I was seeing. All right, I have absolutely no idea. All right, oh, right here. It was on SPY. It wasn't on QQQ. It was on SPY right here. All right, you have this big fat red bear trap day, and if, like, people who are like me, they want to be the contrarian, because this is where, like, a lot of the opportunity lies, because the crowd, you want to think against the crowd. All right, by the way, this is another reaction spot right here on SPY, and you can see that is what is causing your reaction right here, 404.35. This is also the bottom of, I believe this is the bottom of your previous range. Yeah, I guess it wasn't the previous range. Previous range was over here, and you broke it with flying colors, so there was that, all right? So, like, technically, we can't just take that and bring it up there, right? Because right now, what's really causing this reaction is 404.35, all right? It was your previous gap fill. Why is it dark green? Because it's previous. And I'm up overall. Nice. I'm going to start thank myself later on for starting investing in a bear market. Yes. I'm still gonna, I hold the belief that we are definitely going to be breaking these lows. All right. It is like, listen, investing, I don't know if someone should be investing in a bear market, especially up here. If you did so down here, all right, this is where, like, when I was calling for a crash, this is where I told my parents, like, hey, all right, if I'm wrong, this is like a good place to buy, but I'm pretty sure you're about to fall off a cliff here. That's that. And when we were, up here, where I was saying sell, all right, down here, I remember telling them, like, hey, all right, you're probably going to see a really big short squeeze because everyone's betting on a crash. You saw that. It's the same thing up here, all right? And guess what I just told them? Like, literally, it was up here. I don't remember what day specifically, but I know it was one of these cluster of days right here, all right? Guess what, guys? All right? It's likely a very good time to sell, all right? And I'm just saying, guys, right? We very clearly, at least to me, we're in a topic process. We're doing the same thing we did from December, right? Yeah, you made these three, like, look, you have 4 new highs here, all right? What do we have here? 1, we have 2. Are we going to get a 3rd or 4th one? I don't know, all right? I think we personally are. Yeah, swing trading in this environment, I'm serious, it's like can be extremely lucrative. It's just like, hey, if you do get on the wrong side, like there's no, you don't get the chance to get out. It's just you see what they have done. Right? You've seen it. So which is why I've just like, hey, I've been able to kill it without swing trading in this market. And like, hey, swing in this market, I got, you know, like, you know, a strings of trades that go very well. But reality, all right. No, all it takes if you're like, no, I don't want to wait to see if I'm wrong. That's what I'm really getting at. I do like, that's what I had to wait and see. All right. Because you're sitting there, you're feeling all confident. And then like, oh, now a week goes by and you're like, oh, no. This happens with all of them. All right. This is how it is. All right. And it's just, I don't know, at least for me, it was a way to talk myself into, you know, holding a loss. And it was just terrible. It was a tragic thing to go down. And, you know, I just don't, there's no reason to put yourself through pain. All right, let's get on with it. All right. I know this is a live stream, and you know what? I definitely, again, like that's the thing about this live streams, guys. It allows me to, you know, just not look at it and treat this like a, so my account has been like flat for the past, like, you know, like week or so since I started trading this. Before that, no, I'm going to tell you right now, right? My swing positions, no, they all went down over 50%. And well, not all of them. We had like, you know, a string of winners and whatever. But then, you know, when you get too confident, and that's what I'm saying. It put me in that mentality. And I can now with the position I hold, which like, hey, all right, I got to be in charge of these guys. Well, not in charge of these guys, but you know, I'm sure if I were to make a bunch of irrational decisions, I'm sure a lot of people in there would make a bunch of irrational decisions. So, yeah, this is something that allows me to continuously just stay out of that mentality completely. But yeah, now we're back up to being just about break even before I launch the service entirely. So not so bad, all right? Not so bad. So any swing losses, they're made up from this method of trading. And that's why, like, I'm just saying, guys, if you can do it, I would just chillax. All right, chillax in this market. There's no reason to be taking crazy positions up here, swing positions. All right, because in reality, look at this trading range. This is the daily time frame. All right, you cannot like this market has gone absolutely nowhere for quite some time, and like yeah, one of these times is probably going to break down and do that. But like you know, it's much easier to you know just identify where sellers likely are going to come in than where buyers are likely going to come in. You see, it's pretty simple. All right, at least how I'm seeing it. We can come over to VIX. So I'm going to tell you guys what I was telling these guys over there in the Discord. All right, guys, we're either about to see VIX cool off here, and we're going to see this RSI start ticking back down, or we're about to see it have another day like this tomorrow. All right, and then maybe the next day after that, and we're going to see this RSI hit 70 again. All right, or like up here where our VIX tops. All right. So like, which I think if it gets over 68, this is where, unless you're crashing, this is where you've topped every time. Like you're right here. So like, yeah, guys, we're about to get one of those scenarios to draw everybody in, and let's just go over and see like, you know, what was the date of the peak here? All right. The date of the peak, March 13th. I know the bottom was March 13th, but let's just confirm. There you go. All right. This is when I started getting like, I literally called top on VIX and I called bottom on market. That's when I was making a ballsy call. And maybe people wonder why I make calls, guys, because like you just get more recognition and more like, you know, people are like, oh, this guy knows his stuff. All right. I swear. All right. It's pretty messed up. All right. Because in reality, I don't want to make any crazy calls. I'd rather put myself in a spot where I don't have to, you know, risk being wrong. All right. But if you do, I swear you literally get waves of people coming in at a time. So, and that is that. I don't know if people watch the videos, they like wait and see if it goes right. And then like, there you go, they start pouring in, but I don't know. All right. But it's something I've noticed. Yeah, it's a little, you know, a little method there. Make a call, do the thing you're making the call on, and then brag about it. And, you know, there you go. All right. But yeah, guys, you're either going to see VIX like start cooling off here, probably get sucked back under 20 here, under 2020, because this is Like, guys, you're either breaking back out of this range or you're going to get sucked back into this range. But like I was saying over here, that was like this move up was showing us, all right, that, hey, my dude, I've been green at the, hey, there we go. There we freaking go, man. There we go. I'm very glad to hear it. Yeah, regardless of the trading that I've done throughout the past few months, like, you know, people have at least had, you know, the materials and everything they needed to, not the materials, but the info, the continuous info to kill this market, especially over the past few weeks. All right, GLD. Let's see what's going on over on GL. I know what alert that is. There we go. We're getting that. Oh, we're getting the retest, guys. So this is where I was debating taking a short position out. And I, as you can see, like we did it over here and we got rejected here. So you definitely know this is a reaction spot. I've been watching this since we were up here when I wanted to take a short over here. You see, you got that going on over there. And then you come over the daily time frame. You had a massive bearish divergence right there, and you had the triple or quadruple bearish divergence going on the RSI. So and you were coming right up into it. So I really wanted to take that, but I didn't. All right, you didn't end up hitting that. That's when I set that alert. Well, now we're here. All right, and I'm gonna be honest, guys. This thing does not look like it is cooling down. All right, this thing looks like it's heating up. Look, you did a. Someone actually left a comment on the Webull post yesterday. Classic SR flip. This is a classic SR flip right here, right? Yeah, you're came in, you got a cluster zone going on right here, right? A bunch of clutter. Of 100 on SQ grateful. Yes. Yes. Dude, yeah, straight up. Like even yesterday I made $100, but you guys got to realize, like, I work a minimum wage job, all right? And like, yeah, people are very generous, right? Tips are like, I'm not going to say I don't make a decent amount. Like it's livable money, all right? But in reality, like, dude, give me $200 a day from trading and like I'll be making what I'm making over there, right? Around, yeah, it's something like that, you know. All right, and I'm not working all day there, right? I'm working like, 5-6 hours a night. All right, but that is the goal of this whole trading thing, all right? And this is like, that's pretty much what this channel is. I'm taking people along for the ride. Like, hey, I'm showing everyone I started out in a shit position, all right? I'm like working my way up into a better position, and it's not at the job. It's because I have gone all in on the market, all right? And this is like, if anybody wants to do it, do not treat it like a hobby. Just, like have your normal job, and guys, you got to put in your time debt. Like that's all it really is. All right. That's how I've been looking at this since I started trading. All right. And yeah, the further I've gone on, guys, I feel the closest I've ever been to consistent profitability. All right. I thought probably over here, probably at all of these places, I was thinking that same thing. All right. But that's what you got to be thinking. All right. If you're not thinking that and you're just staying complacent, really, if you haven't found something that hasn't worked and you're not sitting there trying to get to there, then like, hey, you're being complacent. That's 100%. That's what that is. All right. Which actually, guys, let's put this gap fill on the chart now. The low of the day was 407.77. All right. So 407.77. All right. There's that. That is a new gap to be filled. All right. Another reaction spot. So say we come down here, get the bounce off here, and look at this. I mean, look at this wedge right here. You had a false breakout. Or that was the breakout of the wedge. I don't know. You're just coming back in. I thought this was going to be a successful backtest. It wasn't. 130 minutes and then I have to work in it. Oh, dude, I feel you. Yeah, I feel you. I mean, but that's like, I don't know. I 100% agree with you. Because like I've told Antonio, like, hey, I'll be there until I'm a millionaire. Because that's like a goal, right? If you could be there working a minimum wage job, like, hey. All right. Even like if you're in the service industry, my dream is to like have people okay, this isn't a dream. That sounds so messed up. All right. But I'm going to say this. All right. Someone like treating me badly. All right. Which I'm not going to say that happens like often. All right. But people are asked if someone's in a bad mood, someone's in a bad mood. All right. But just know, guys, just because you're in the service industry, all right, don't get walked all over. It's not a chance that ever has to happen. Never. All right. But what I just literally, I don't know. But again, like people aren't just assholes. So I guess this is just, this is in my head anyway. But yeah, guys, just knowing that like, hey, I'm a millionaire and I'm still doing this, I'm not going to say it's a shit job, but like, you're still doing stuff for like, very low paying work. There you go. All right. And people might be assholes thinking you're like the scum of society, but in reality, hey, all right. Hey, let me hold up a mirror to you. All right. So there you go. But in reality, like the past few weeks, guys, like I've been making a decent amount more consistently than I was. And yeah, I've been feeling what you just mentioned. Like literally, like you go into work and you're like, oh crap, like it's not super important. Like it is important, but you know, I just like did more than this from the other thing that I'm putting my time. I don't know. It's been a weird feeling. All right. I'm happy everyone's making money, guys. I'm serious. If you're making money in this market, like seriously, pat yourself on the back. All right. If like guys, even if you like, you know, if you had a really good day and then it gets taken away from you, all right, like you took it away from you. Let's get that right. All right. Then still pat yourself on the back because like again, you're not getting wrecked in this market, and this market is really tough. All right. But again, hey, don't put yourself in that position to get wrecked. That's also a thing. All right. You guys, look at this. So we are just melting here. We are melting down. So that is a thing. So yeah, we're looking for the next reaction spot. There's no guarantees that we are going to see the reaction pop up here. But this is the spot for one to pop up. And if it doesn't pop up here, you got another $1.50 to fall here. All right. Yeah. So another $1.30 from there to end up falling down to your next reaction spot. So and might I add here, guys, we're back in neutral territory. So that's what I'm saying, guys. If we do really end up having a full-blown sell-off here and we end up really coming down here, all right, I don't think you would make your way down here. I'm going to say that right now. You're going to set yourself up for a really glorious opportunity, like a really glorious opportunity, all right? Because let's just go back, all right? And I know there's arrows on them now, but let's use our arrows, all right? Right over here. Over here, all right. And this was with the bullish divergence. So this is what I'm saying. You're setting yourself up for this, and you have time to accumulate a swing position if this is the case, which is like, you know, this is probably the approach that I'm going to be taking. All right, there's going to be that. I'm going to have the shorted. Well, I mean, I guess people would consider them shorted dated. We'll call them mid-dated positions. All right. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, even if you're falling down, you're still going to be. These conditions are going to pop up, all right? And you had, this is one giant bullish divergence. Again, this is where you started stalling out. This is where you started having these bounces. You see you had a bounce from 267 here all the way up to 275. Guys, that's what I'm getting at, all right? But, like, so here's the thing, all right? So, with these reaction spots, guys, you pull your triggers on the reaction spots. When it makes sense to pull your triggers, you pull the triggers, all right? There's no guarantees that you really get a big move or anything like that, but they cause reactions, right? And that is the point of this whole system that at least I put together and how I've been trading. They cause the reactions. You can take quick profits, all right? Take the quick profits, all right? Say you, like I've been using 3 contracts and stuff like that, all right? Last week and the week before I was using... I was using all the way up to 12 contracts, but you know what? I do not want to stress with that. Again, like do what you got to do to keep that level-headed mind, because if you don't have the level-headed mind, it's just going to lead to bad decisions. And then you're losing money and you're not even making money. So who cares if you're only making a little money? At least you're not losing money. Like, yeah. Yeah, like straight up. Like I do think we're going to have a decent shot at swinging to the upside here. I think we're probably, with how it's looking, I think we probably come down a little bit more. Let's just mark this up right here on the RSI over here. Look at this. So it could be something like this where you're going to get this dead cat bounce. All right, $2, and then you come down. So that's what I'm saying. So on that $2 bounce here, if you see it, this is where you get to take your money. All right. So then, like in the end, maybe you take one off at 10%. Maybe you take one off at 20%. You just do it you trade in the zone. You do it at logical spots. Now I'm recording this, so I'm going to be honest. There's not a shot I'm trading in the zone. I'm not even freaking looking at my positions right now. But you know, I know they're what they're doing. I can understand the options game at this point. But yeah, guys, I mean, so even though like you don't know which one's going to really put a bottom in here, you don't know which reaction spot is going to do so, and which edge is really going to be the one that gives you that, you still get all these opportunities to take money along the way. And in the end, you get to take 2/3 off the table, and then boom, yeah, it comes back down to the price you bought it at. And now it's down a little, but it's only on one contract. All right. So that one contract is not making you, you know, shoot your freaking head. All right. And chew your finger off. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. So that's what I'm saying. Guys, if trading's making you starting to chew yourself, please just, you know, stop doing it. Take a break and go learn. Like literally just go try and educate yourself. All right. Educate and then practice and then There you go. And like in reality, practice is just going to be the trading, at least how I see it. You could do like demo accounts and stuff like that. But like I'm gonna be straight up. I think the best practice is someone, and like, you know what, maybe this is why, maybe this is why I had been losing money for like an extremely long time. All right. Well, not extremely. People would look at it as extreme. I told my parents, like, had to have been like a year. Yeah, probably about a year ago. And as well as my whole family, I think. I'm pretty sure it was at like dinner or something like that. But I told them, I was like, guys, I promise, all right, I already know. I got lucky the first time around. I know I'm going to keep losing until I don't lose. And then when I stop losing, I'm going to hit my exponential growth curve. And that is when my life will be changed and all of our lives will be changed. I don't remember when I told them this, but I know it was around the start of the bear market. Because again, like, guys, I'm serious. I realized pretty quick at the start of the bear market that I didn't know what I was doing because I got wrecked. Oh, yeah. Don't over leverage something. Yeah. Like literally just don't. It's straight up. It's like everyone is like, oh, option. Like, I'm sure that I know my mentality was when like literally you get addicted to options. All right, it's been literally I had this friend Steve, I have this friend Dave. All right, Dave is the man. Steve, you're also pretty cool too. But we used to, I remember it was like 2021, March 2021, and there was shit like ChargePoint and Palantir going crazy and stuff like that. And that's when we all saw like crazy options gains, and I got like that's when I got addicted to options. Like, holy shit, like, why have I been trying to learn the share game? What the heck? Like, look at what was going on here. If you caught options on any of these, you went up like 10-20x. And it was just like this time when everything was skyrocketing. You're like, yo, holy crap. But that's probably like a lot of the people who get sucked into the options game. They probably get sucked in that exact same manner because they won massively by accident. Like they thought it was going to be like, they thought they're going to win a little, but guess what? They won massively. All right. And like in reality, that only comes if you think you know what's going to happen. All right. That's like what I think that's like why I've been really okay with taking like smaller sizing recently. At least the past, like last week was really good. And that's because, all right, those were the days. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. We're in this market right now. If you can manage to not get wrecked in this market, like if you're trading this market every day and you're like making it out alive, like, hey, if you're making money, that's freaking amazing. All right. Like you should, that should be the goal. All right. There you go. All right. But in reality, if you're learning this market and you're not getting wrecked, like that's, again, I'd say pat yourself on the back. All right. Because you're learning a really freaking tough market. And when we're out of this thing, it's setting anybody up who has the grit and who has like, what it takes to stick with it. You're setting yourself up for riches, fortunes. Your family's lives are going to be changed. Everything's going to be changed. That's at least how I view this whole, stock market and trading thing. That's been my viewpoint this whole time. All right. And that's why, like, hey, guys, if you're taking big losses and you feel like quitting, all right. I've gotten a few messages. I remember when I had to change what we're doing with the Discord and the Patreon. I felt really freaking bad. I got like 2 or 3 people leaving and their messages were like, I think I'm going to quit trading. There was like 2 people that literally said like, I'm going to quit trading. And yeah, it was just like something I was like, holy crap, did I do that? Holy crap. And then like, in the end, I didn't. All right. Like, all right, there's that. But that's why I had to take the different direction with what we were doing with the Patreon and Discord. And now it's just like, hey, all right, now I know, like, hey, all right, I'm not putting anybody in that situation. If anything, I'm doing the exact opposite on a daily basis, continuously giving people the opportunity. All right, which like, this is, guys, this really is what it's all about. All right, straight up. And look, you're getting into this reaction spot and longs are already running in the door and shorts are running out the door. That's what causes this. You have, I think I saw it on QQ. No, what was it? What did I see it on? I swear I saw a bullish divergence on something on the 4-hour time frame. ES. All right. ES does have this bullish divergence going on the 4-hour time frame. At the same time, you do have your RSI all the way down here. And that's what I was saying, guys. You're either going to do something like this, all right, and you're going to dance around here, all right, or you're going to start pushing up from here. I think you're probably going to dance around here with how it's looking, but like you never know. All right. That's like, look at this. You just, boom, you started getting down here where you are right now. You started shooting back up. All right. And I personally do believe we're probably going to dance around here a little bit. All right. Suck a little people more in. All right. But at the end, keep in mind, yeah, scared money don't. Exactly. I shit you not, guys. And that's why I say you know, do what you got to do to keep that level-headed mind, because the second you start thinking with fear and you start misinterpreting the information, you start seeing like right here, you broke support. All right. Yeah, dude. All right. I'm in calls, but dude, I'm talking here. I'm not shitting my pants. All right. If you're positioned in such a manner that you are shitting your pants, 110% you're over positioned. 110%. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. If you're nervous about you coming from here to here, you're over positioned. All right. There's that. Also, I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna tell you guys, like, hey, all right. Like now I'm seeing like, no, you're not. And now you get to the next reaction spot. If you're shitting your pants, you're selling right here. All right. And you don't even get the chance at the reaction spot to see what's going to go down. You got to see, you got to just pull the triggers when the odds are in your favor, and you got to, you know, see how things play out. That's literally, but the fact that like, you got to acknowledge that, you know, everyone's not going to play out. That's what makes you not know what comes next. That's what makes you not overconfident. That's what makes you not over leveraged. That is, yeah, scared money don't make money. That's how you make sure you don't, like, you know, you maintain that flow state. All right, it's going to start dancing around 315. Yeah, that's what it looks like. That is what it looks like. But yeah, straight up, guys, I'm looking for a short-term bottom here. I'm just letting you guys know, like, straight up. I know, you know, I've taken a while to talk about that for a while here. All right, but then again, we're just chilling. Like, so that's the thing about the live streams, right? That's I take on that vibe where we could just like chill and just take as much time as possible and stuff. And eventually, like, honestly, guys, like, maybe I'll just be doing the live streams throughout the day, so I could just do live charting and stuff like that. I don't know. All right, channel is only at like 2K. I'm sure that would bring in some people. I don't know. All right. I don't know. Maybe that'll make the channel explode if I'm one of these people sitting there each day, and every time someone looks up SPY QQQ or VIX, I'll be the one that pops up. I don't know. All right, we'll see. All right, but I don't want to mix the live streams with these videos, because as you see, like, they just take much longer. And I definitely, even with the videos, I definitely have a habit of over taking too long to go over things. I guess it's not too long. It's only too long if you think it's too long. All right, which it's whatever. All right. But yeah, I mean, guys, I'm gonna be watching for reaction spots. I'm gonna be watching these. I'm gonna be watching this RSI, honestly, across the board on ES, NQ, SPY, SPX. Like, even over here, you're getting down here, where you're getting to where, like, even if it's not going to be doing that bounce, you're gonna start seeing this thing consolidate and start forming a bullish divergence. And I'm sure if we come down to the hourly time frame, you're just down here hitting it right there. All right. So like, yeah, and it does look like this. It looks like you have potential to come up here and get a dead cat bounce. All right. And then maybe continue lower. But again, guys, I don't know what's freaking going to happen here. All right. You could come up here. You could find resistance again. All I'm saying is right here. I mean, this is typically what you want to see for a bounce. All right. You do want to see that. You actually do have a bullish divergence on SPX's RSI right now. All right. So that is something. Is it? Am I bugging? I mean, technically you have this massive one, but you do also have a little one. You have 1780 right here. You have 18. You do, guys. You have a little bullish divergence going on literally right here as we speak. And it's right here in one of those reaction spots, these zones, guys. What do you think these zones are? Reaction spots. All right, that's all it be. That's all it be, baby. That's all it be. All right. Henry, the short-term bottom on QQ. What was your best guess? I missed it. My best guess is hang on. Let me share this and then let me do it, please. Pretty please. All right. That's why I wanted to do the live too, because I just feel bad when I'm recording. I don't want to sit there, sending things over there, but then I also would 100% be missing things if I'm recording. So that's why I did the live. So now people can think of being here if they really want. Okay. Over here, SPX. And then at the same time, you do have the hourly oscillators all coming into overbought territory right now as well. All right. And again, like the 4 hour, like you are getting down to the spot where you are either going to be bouncing or you're going to start consolidating. That's just something that is going to be taking place. All right. So best guess on big long. Yes, big long. All right. The big long John. All right, best guess on QQQ. All right, best, like, if I was to, you know, throw a dart at this board, all right, where would I want it to go? All right, it would be here or it would be here. All right, there is the chance, but here's the thing. This is why I try and say, like, I try and hammer into everyone's mind, like, hey, we don't know what comes next. All right, like, you could play your triggers here, you could play your triggers here, but hey, what if it comes down here? Are you screwed if it comes down here? Do not put yourself in that position. So, like, that's what I want to let you know. All right, so, like, best guess. Right, if it's not going to be this reaction spot right here at 314.94, the gap fill, which you can see right here. All right, right there. If it's not going to be that, then I do think it's going to be, you know, where we had these reactions over here. All right, and right here you did try holding the line, but again, they tried sucking you down. All right, but guess what? It was strictly, they lost the range, the bottom of the range, because it was a bear trap. So, like, you know, I remember over here, I was like trying to talk cautiously, but I was also trying to say, like, guys, I'm pretty sure this is a bear trap. I, like, literally, I was, yeah, it was a good day. It was a good day. But yeah, guys, I think they're gonna probably do the same thing here. All right, and I'm just gonna say right now, does this not look kind of scary? All right, how, like, you're starting this decline here? I'm sure a lot of people are. You know, a lot of people who aren't doing what we're doing and trying to trade it back and forth, all right? They're probably trying to catch a big move, and they're probably like, oh, it's starting, it's starting. There you go, right? But I'm going to go over this right now, and then I'm going to actually wrap things up, right? So this is what I had, like, an FOMC. I didn't do an update for the Patreons yesterday, but I did do a written update this morning on FOMC and my thoughts on FOMC. And what I did include there was what I called the trifecta. Right, and the trifecta is this, guys. So you have a technical setup to go long. All right, we had the setup. We're coming into it. This is where, like, hey, we're here. This is where I wanted to. I wanted to test out a long in here. That's what I believe I drew an arrow to. All right, but now we're here. The better long is coming in. I said if we get the golden opportunity, we're gonna see these. We're gonna get our divergences. We're gonna see our edge pop up. And there you go, all right? And, you know, maybe we're seeing things pop up at the exact right spot here. I don't know. Look what's going on. This is what I'm saying, all right? If you're not seeing these impulsive reactions here, then, hey, you know, it's probably not going to be that spot, all right? And you're probably going to go to the next one. That's just how it works. All right, but we got the trifecta. And thank you, brother. I'm running cover calls in SQ and SOXS. I'm playing put credit spreads. Nice. That is what I say to that one. But yeah, over here, guys, wait, all right, yeah, over here, all right, we have, like, the trifecta. We have the technical setup to go long. We have, which just a long setup in general. You guys see what's happening. This is a bullish reaction, all right? I'm guessing this was the gap fill, and that's why sometimes, guys, I take my entries before the reaction spot. Guess what? It's normally off of FOMO. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. All right, you know, and that is why. All right, gap fills are just where one side is going to run out the door, the other side is going to run in the door. That's just, like, the best reaction spots you possibly can have are, in my opinion, gap fills. All right, gap fills. You see what happened here? You see price literally stalled here. It stalled here. All right, that's where it happens. Guess why? It's the best reaction spot possible. This is where the big entries are made available. There you go. And this when, you know, one side is running, and it's a quick little exchange out the door. There you go. All right, you just switch. And there you go. But yeah, trifecta, guys. You got a technical setup to go long. You have a gamma squeeze available, and you have a short squeeze available. All right. And why do I say gamma squeeze? Let's go over it right now. All right. Which it's kind of a reverse gamma squeeze. You got gamma squeeze. You're being held down. And guess what? So people were just betting on FOMC, right? All right. So FOMC was a big catalyst, and I'm sure as hell a lot of people were betting that was going to be the big one. All right. When we got over here, I don't remember when I said it, but I know for a fact it said, like, hey guys, you know, we're pretty close to this catalyst. I think we're probably going to see this catalyst either put a top in or it's going to start the decline. It looks like, you know, it's putting that top in. It did not start the decline. Guys, you need to cause the structural damage to the chart in order to really see that you are starting. And now that they did this crap, instead of that structural damage being over here at 312, it's now down here at 310. So you got a ways to go down if you're going to do that. Look at that. You're trying to hold the line there. Beautiful. That is exactly what you want to see. if you're long, and guys, these are the bounces I was speaking about on these reaction spots that you can continue. So now I'm not looking, but like, you know, these are the spots that you can get these opportunities to quickly take those 10%, the 20%. If you're in 0DTs, then maybe it's going to be a lot more. I don't know. You also run those risks as well. All right. But yeah, guys, you got the trifecta going on. All right. You literally have the options market. I already showed you guys over on Webull, right? That was the May 19 expiration. Let's just come over here. All right. You have 130,000 at 390. You have 160,000 right here. You have 70,000 at 405. You have 410. You have 47K right there. All right. And look at the call side. You just don't have any, like even 420, 33,000. Are you kidding me? Like really 410, you have 39,000. All right. So like, guys, they benefit, the dealers benefit for bringing it up. That's what I'm getting at. All right. Look at this. 70,000 compared to 160,000. You think they want to bring you under 400? No. They're like, so either what happens here is the dealers get to short squeeze people or they get squeezed. All right. Do you think the dealers want to get squeezed? No. All right. If a bad catalyst were to come out and everyone were to start panic selling and price just got forced down to that level, that's when the dealer gets squeezed. But guess what? FOMC did not bring any bad news. At least that is how I took it. Like literally everything was absent from just bad news. You did not have it. Crap, I moved my line. Come on. There we go. How are we looking, baby? How are we looking? Look at this, guys. Look at that. All right. And look, this is why I have all these lines on my charts, guys. They're just reaction spots. There you go. All right. And you know what? Now you know, like, that's how you know things are valid. All right. When you're seeing these wicks, all right, that is how you know they're valid. All right. But guess what, guys? Now that FOMC is passed and we really didn't get any bad news, which I guess I'll talk a little bit about that as well right after this. All right. Yeah, people who were holding hedges are now not going to hold those hedges. What happens when they sell hedges that are in the money or right around in the money? All right. So right around the money. Guess what? Dealers get to unhedge. All right. And if they unhedge for puts, price is going up. All right. So that's what I mean by reverse gamma squeeze. All right. Because a gamma squeeze is just when, you know, price is running in the money and, you know, the dealers have to keep hedging for those puts and then it would keep forcing prices down. Well, this is the reverse from that. All right. Now that's one side of the three-sided trifecta right there. All right. Then what do we have on the second side of the trifecta? We have the short squeeze. All right. We have a lot of freaking shorts. So I just showed you that's May 19th. Let's look at the June OPEX. All right. And this is why, yeah, I think one is coming. I think we're going to get a dump. All right. But I don't think it's going to be, as you have this going on 390, 124, 380, 109. All right. 400, 137K. What the heck in A? All right. 410, 57K. You see how on the call side, you do not have this insane open interest. You do have 80,000 over here at 420. So that is something to note. There is that. You do have 60,000 over here, but it's still not as much as the put side. Even up here at 420, all the way in the money, $1,700 right now they're going for. You have 60,000 puts. That's insane. Like, see, if dealers can run these all out the money and let's look at it this way, all right? If they... That's currently $1,700, right? 420, 1,700. All right. 1,700. If they can run this to where it's just the money, it loses 50%. All right. These are big dogs who are probably holding these things, right? And guess what? They're down 50% if they could run these things in the money. All right. So like run these back up to their price. All right. And guess what? These are $10. Well, what happens if they're $15 out of the freaking money? All right. They now turn into, all right, 390. So that would be, again, you're losing 40 freaking percent. And guess what? Time's going to go by as well. So now, you know, 40 to 50% you're losing. So I'm just saying, all right, I don't think they're going to really massively bring this thing down until they give one hell of a shake. And I think that shake is going to come in the form of what we had here, a squeezy McSqueeze, all right? So one side, reverse gamma squeeze, all right? You have the dealers getting to unhedge. All right, because event literally, I'm serious, guys. I'll go over it, but it was a nothing burger. All right, we literally had, like, dude, he even talked about recession and didn't make the market tank. So, I mean, the market did tank, but I don't think it was off of him just talking about recession. I think that was just a Papa Pal reaction going on. Because in reality, I'm serious. I saw him saying every time he said like a bearish thing, all right, I would see the thing skyrocket. And then like, you know, bullish thing pops up, market tanks. So I don't even, that's why I say screw the news, guys. Just pay attention to the charts, all right? It's going to drive you crazy trying to pay attention to the news. And guys, we're going to see how this 4-hour candlestick ends, all right? We have an hour left. If you get above here, all right, and you close inside this wedge again, holy jeez, we know this is the time frame that the wedge is being respected on, and we know what to play it on. All right. And yeah, like straight up, this would be so beautiful if you do get this candlestick turning around and somehow you close the candlestick out like up here, maybe 318, or even up here and you turn it into a hammer. I don't know. All right. You got an hour left. We're going to see how it turns out. All right. But yeah, guys, trifecta. So like, guess what? You have a technical setup that brings buyers in. All right, so now you have a little maybe of the all right, no, hang on. You have the options market starting to de-hedge. All right, so you have the reverse gamma squeeze starting. What does that do? It starts giving life to the technical setup that we have in front of us. All right, which I think, like, you know, I think technically speaking, we should be bouncing here anyway, but that's why I say it's a trifecta. We have three things going for us here for the upside. All right, so you got those two. All right, and then guess what? All right, as the technical setup gets birth given to it by the, you know, options market de-hedging there, and the dealers get to de-hedge, all right, then there you go. Now shorts get pressure on them, and you start getting that squeeze, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy where all three of them just work together. So that's what I meant in the ultimate trifecta. All right, that is the ultimate trifecta, in my personal opinion. That's what we're rocking with right now. You do have the bullish divergence going on in the CCI right here. All right, now let's talk about what Papa Powell said. All right, I'm literally gonna bring up, hold these guys. Let's actually come over here. Yeah, right here. Right. All right, right here. All right. FOMC talk. So I brought these things up, and you guys can literally look these up on CNBC.com. All right, they have all of the things there. So for these pressers and stuff like that. All right, and let's look 50 now. Look at that, it's 50. All right, we are, like I'm saying, guys, you can keep going down a little more, but it's only going to be a little more, and you're going to push into extreme fear again, like you did not too long ago. VIX is going to have its RSI at 70. And then we're going to have one sick, nasty recipe for a squeeze. And you know we're going to be playing that bad boy. All right. But yeah, you're at 50 now. That's crazy. All right. FOMC talk. All right. So I just want to, this is what I want to bring up. All right. Rates are restrictive in Jerome's eyes. They're like just at a, like enough restrictive level. All right. That is what he was getting at. They're at a sufficient restrictive level. That is what I meant to say. All right. Rate hikes will be paused at the next meeting. All right. That is what we are getting hints of, all right? He didn't say this outright. That is, you know, that is my personal opinion. But we also do have, technically speaking, we do have the markets telling us that, you know, rates do need to be paused or you need to start pivoting. That is just what happens when this thing crosses with this thing, all right? We come over here, or we come over to the monthly time frame. We're going to take off the percent, all right? And we already started that, all right? And you can take off our moving average there. All right, we already started that, and the whole thing, like the fact that the 2 years coming down, but the Fed funds is not. All right, that's just, guys, that's the bond market saying it enough. You've gone too far. All right, that's what's going on. The bond market controls the Fed. The Fed does not control the bond market. I promise. That's just how it works. All right, you know, Jerome can think he's in charge all he wants, and he can make everyone think he's in charge. But we know on this channel, he's not in charge. All right, and there's that. Come back over to QQ. Let's see what's going on over there. All right, let's get that out of there. Let's come over here. All right, and let's come back over here. All right. Regional banks are safe, but then Packed W falls 50% after hours the same day. What the heck, guys? All right, like, are they safe? Do we believe anything Powell is saying? No, no, we do not. All right, what the flippin' floppin' is this? Okay, that's all I'm getting at. What the heck is this, pal? If everything is safe, what is this? All right, so that's something to note. All right, many committee members were willing to pause at this meeting. That is a thing right there. So that's how I know, like, hey, all right, we have technical suggesting that we're going to start pausing or pivoting. All right, and if it's going to be a pivot, I think we do get pause or pivot. If it's announced, guys, I think you get one sick, nasty short squeeze. I don't care what technicals are saying at the time. I think that is what comes about. All right, just my personal opinion there. But like, yeah, I'm just saying, like, yeah, like straight up, guys. I think it's right around the corner. I think we have evidence that things are breaking. The banking system is breaking. All right, that's what I meant to say. But yeah, all right, moving on. GDP growth is slower than normal. Slow than normal. I was, I guess, tired when I wrote this. Right, this was 7 o'clock or something like that. All right. No wage price spiral. That is something that he said. All right. They will be significantly reducing the size of the balance sheet, guys. They say this every single time. I hear it every single time. Yet we saw that the balance sheet went up. So there's that. All right. Inflation is still well above the long-term goal of 2%. All right. 9. Rate pivot is off the table. All right. Excuse me. Holy sweet baby Jesus. All right. 10. Soft landing is not off the table. In Jerome's eyes, I'd say soft landing is definitely off the table. You don't get out of this. Literally, this scenario can't be. You can't get out of it unless you have demand destruction. Demand destruction comes in recession. All right, that is deflation. That is, it's bad things. That is not a soft landing. All right, and you need that to get out of this inflationary period we're in. All right, the Fed will react as new data comes out. So there's that. And I think this is, so this is what I was showing this morning. All right. Yeah, we'll take a data-dependent approach to determining the extent to which additional policy firming may be appropriate. So there is that. All right. Let me just read you this. Powell didn't kill the markets yesterday, and for this reason, I think the options market starts to unwind. I don't think they'll pay out all these puts I'm seeing on SPY and SPX. Puts just outweigh calls across the board. Since we didn't get any catalyst to kill the market, and even another regional bank collapsed over, didn't scare the market overnight. I think we see the market respond naturally here. That would come with upward price action. Maybe there's a bear trap to suck in more bears. But I don't see a reason to tank right now, and dealers don't want it to tank right now without having a big shakeout. I'm guessing many were betting on FOMC as a big catalyst to tank markets, and now that it hasn't happened, if people just let go of their hedges, prices will naturally rise. So all I'm getting at is that the path to least resistance for the time being is up. We also have technical suggesting this and those. All right, I don't know what I was saying. Again, I was tired, I guess. I don't normally make this post. We normally just have a morning briefing. But yeah, I'll go over about an hour. Just my thoughts. All right. We had the morning briefing. All right. And this is what I was showing you guys early. Like literally, all right. This is like, you guys, you're going to consolidate down here on your RSI, and you're either forming that bullish divergence that's going to give you an explosive move up. Like over here, you formed a range, and you literally could have continuously just played these the range right here. Look at this. The same thing we were doing up here with the range. Same thing we could have done up here with the range, all right, which we'll be doing these ranges. All right. Same thing over here. So like opportunity when your RSI is down here, that's when the long opportunity is there. Opportunity when the RSI is up here, you're looking for shorts. All right. Just my opinion there. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to conclude things here. I know it's been an hour and 7-minute stream. All right. I know like some people might not want this, but your boy, yeah, you want to get this out to you guys as soon as possible. And I also like the idea of not having to sit there editing and stuff as if I edit. No, it's just literally going to take like an extra 20 or 30 minutes. With this size of a video, it would take like an extra, I'm talking 1 to 2 hours. So there will be that. But like, obviously I don't need to upload this. This is just going to be live. All right, guys, I will catch you guys in the next one. Bitcoin is getting rejected right here, another reaction spot. And I will catch you in the next one. Peace.